We all want more power and distance, and one of the best ways to get that is to make your body more flexible. We see that ability to turn on the tour in a full range of motion all the time. So my trainer, John Madonia, showed me a great exercise that you can do anytime, but in particular before you leave the house to go to the golf course. It takes about 5 minutes and it really works well. Let me show you this exercise. In front of a chair or a couch, you want to get down on a pillow with your knees so you're getting some nice soft support so you don't ruin your knee. Just get in a nice position and push your hip flexor forward until you feel a nice stretch in that quad. And just hold that stretch for about 20 seconds to get a nice static stretch in the hip flexor and the quad. And now we'll show you some of the range of motions that we're going to go through once we're in this position and we finish that static stretch. Okay, still in that same position with our foot up on the chair. We've held that static stretch now on that quad and that hip flexor for about 20 seconds. Now we want to work through the range of motions. We want to first go forward, increasing that stretch in that hip flexor and that quad, and do this about 20 times in the forward direction. Then we want to do it about 20 times in a sideways direction. You'll feel a nice stretch in different parts of your quad and your hip flexor. And then we want to do it in a transverse or a rotational, again, while we're continuing to push that hip flexor forward. So we're really getting a nice stretch in through there in the transverse plane. Once we've done that 20 times, now we want to get the rest of the body working. So we're going to take this arm and get a nice turn while we're pushing that hip flexor forward. And while we're getting that nice turn, we want to take this arm and get a nice stretch of that left side up there. So we're going to do both of those together as opposite stretches while we're pushing that hip flexor forward. Now you're getting a beautiful range of motion exactly in the planes that we use in the golf swing. Once you've done that for 20 seconds, then switch your arms and go in the opposite directions so that you develop a balanced body able to turn in strength and motion in both directions equally. So we're going this way with this stretch, this way with this stretch, and making those work against each other. So once we've finished that range of motion of exercises on the right side, now we want to switch to the left side. So we're going to put the left leg down, up on the chair. And now we're going to get a nice stretch with that hip flexor forward with this quad. And then after we've held that for 20 seconds, forward motion, side to side motion as far as we can go, transverse motion as far as we can go in both directions, and then with the arms reaching out this way to get a nice turn against that while we're pushing forward, and then stretch this way, getting both of those at the same time to get a full range of motion. And after we've done that 20 times, again, we'll switch the arms to get a turn this way and a stretch that way. 20 times in that direction. After you've finished each side, you'll feel a tremendous invigoration of range of motion and aerobically warmed up. Those muscles are warm and relaxed, nice range of motion. You'll be ready to play when you get to the golf course. Golf fitness is something we don't want to ignore. We'll play better golf. Golfstruck. Better golf right now.